Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this LCTV broadcast of Littleton High School football. My name is Benjamin Storman, and I'm accompanied by a great friend of mine, Lincoln Palmer.
Hey guys, what's going on?
And we're at the Harold G. Norton Athletic Complex in Ayer, Massachusetts for the opening night matchup of these crosstown rivals. Tonight, our Tigers will be taking on the Ayer Shirley Panthers, and this one should be a damn good game. Last year on Thanksgiving Day, Littleton lost to these Panthers 20-14 in a very close rubber match. And I'm expecting a very close game today. Palmer, what are you looking for?
I was at the game last Thanksgiving. It was a great matchup. Like you said, Thanksgiving morning, little 10 o'clock game, back and forth game, and it went down to the wire, but the Panthers were able to get a first down, sealed the game right there, but we're looking forward to a good matchup here tonight, and I think the Tigers are going to put up for it.
Right. So last year, the Panthers are coming off an excellent 2022 season, going 7-3 overall. Now on the other side of things, you have the Littleton Tigers. Now they were a little disappointing last year, 3-7. They're a little bit of growing pains with their new coach, Asante Easter. Palmer, is there anything in this game plan, maybe a little change from last year, expecting maybe some more running? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a lot different matchup. Both of these squads lost a lot of seniors and a lot of key players for both Ayer Shirley and Littleton.
Right.
I think that it's going to be a little bit different matchup, but we're going to cut to the anthem here in about 1 minute. At least I believe we are.
The Littleton High School Tigers, head coach Asante Easter, assistant coaches.
Well, while we're waiting for this anthem, guys, it was a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day now. It's a bit misty. There's a nice little overcast going on. It's a great day for football. There was a giant rainstorm. I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to play. It looked a little daunting. The skies were a little dark. But now things have opened up. It's a wonderful night.
It's definitely going to be a little concerning. We were down on the field earlier before this game, and it was very wet. So if the ball hits the ground, it is going to be soaked. So you're going to want to have some towels on the sideline ready to dry those things off. If not, you could just run the ball.
Right. And I'm wondering how this wet turf is going to be for footing purposes. Turf already, a difficult substance to get a footing on, right? But now
Absolutely.
With this wetness, how are these cleats going to react? Will they stick in, or are these players going to be slipping and sliding everywhere? I guess we're going to have to find out here.
Littleton's taking the field here, looks like, coming up to their sideline.
Looks like maybe there was a bit of a delay, maybe a little extra heavy opening day pep talk there in the corner there.
Yeah. Asante says, you know what, 3-7 doesn't work for me. We're going to switch it up, and now's a good time to start it. Looks like we got some captains coming out for the Tigers. We got 56, 67, 8, and 10. Zach Milner, pretty much the defensive star for Littleton last year, over 110 tackles, I believe, and that kid doesn't miss much, so we're looking forward to seeing him because he's certainly going to lay some sticks tonight, and that gets everybody excited.
Now, Palmer, I know number 67 might be out there too, Mr. Landon Palmer. Any relation to him?
Yeah, I think we're distant cousins. I'm not exactly sure, but all I know is that kid's a dog, and he lays the wood too. So we're looking forward. I believe he's out with a concussion this week, but he's looking to make a name for himself next week. I know that. Captains for the Panthers, you're going to have 22, 58, 74, 50, and 1. I know one is James Gauntlet, the senior running back safety. He led the team out. He looks like a pretty poised leader. Looks like the flip of the coin. Unfortunately, we don't have a camera on the field to tell us who called what.
Coach.
Filming it for this thing
as we're learning this in real time, just like you guys. Panthers are going to receive.
Looks like the Panthers won the toss. They're electing to receive as these players shake hands and are getting ready and fired up for this one.
I like that a lot from the Panthers. They say, yeah, we beat you last year. We're going to take the ball. We're going to put it right down your throat again this year. Now let's see if Littleton can step up and take the punch and get the ball back.
Right. How is Littleton going to respond to that? Are they going to crawl up in a ball here? Are they going to let him come down the field and get some points on the first drive? Are they going to come out, as we say, punch him in the throat? Not literally, ladies and gentlemen, not literally. Punch him in the throat, first play of the game. You know, set the pace. That's what the Tigers need to do.
If I'm the Panthers here, I'm going to cut. We're going to cut to anthem, and then we're going to get to hypotheticals after this. All right, guys. A beautiful performance there by the Ayer Shirley band, and like I was saying, if I'm Ayer Shirley here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run play action, first play of the game, get everybody excited, get everybody coming upfield, and try to open this thing up right with a shot.
Yeah, I think you definitely got something going there, Palmer. I think the play action might be. I see what you're saying to get this defensive line coming upfield,
You're going to have that
engaged on this run, and then to pass the ball.
Or you
That's a
could
good
just
tactic.
do the old-fashioned Belichick power right first down, and we'll go from there.
Right, set the tone for the game with a run on the first play. We'll see what happens though.
What's up, Coach? How was school?
Looks like Ayer Shirley's got 22, and another player whose number I cannot read back to return the kick.
Yes, these jerseys are very hard to see the numbers.
22 is Wyatt DeLant, senior wide receiver, cornerback.
They have that dark maroon on the black
Yeah, it's a
jersey
little
base.
it's their sharp-looking uniforms, but a little hard to see from distance. Not like those beautiful white uniforms with the nice blue colors.
Tyler Bronco to kick us off.
He's got a pretty good leg on him, as he shows there. They're going to get the touchback.
That's a good start.
When you can do that in high school football, that's a good thing. So step one for the Tigers. Get the touchback, and now Ayer Shirley's starting offense comes out there.
Yeah, this starting offense trots out. They got to be feeling pretty confident, like we talked about before. They're coming off that loss, or they're coming off the win last time facing the Tigers. So, why shouldn't they feel confident? They can pass the ball, they can run the ball. I'm going to go on a limb here and put Palmer, and I say they come out here and they run the ball to set the tone.
I think that's your first play of the season. Let's not get too fancy. Let's just run the ball and see what we got.
Nonetheless, they come out in the I form here. It's a run right. Great tackle there by the Littleton defense. They just come up there and gang tackle him for a loss. That was about a loss of 1 or no gain.
They brought some motion in from the right, just a little bit of window dressing, and then said, yep, we'll go up the middle, thank you. But the Tigers gave him a stick, and about second and about 10 still looks like. A little bit of forward progress on that, it must be.
Staying in the shotgun formation here, the Panthers are.
Little one to the top of your screen, one to the bottom.
Motion. They're going to give it to him. Here he comes, left to right on the end around. Nothing there. Tigers come up and just skiff it right at the line.
Beautiful tackle. That's Milner, guys. We said to watch him. He already has 1, and that's if he did not get the first one. But,
Yeah, Palmer. He's definitely the X factor of this defense.
He's got a nose. He knows how to read it, and he plays fast and downhill, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to get hit by him.
Me either, Palmer. Me either. Now, folks, I do have to say our view here to the ball is very lateral. I'd like a bit more height, a bit more advantage over, but that's all right.
It's a little hard to pick up the numbers, but we're doing our best.
This one's a pass, drops back in the pocket, rolling right, gonna throw here. Got nothing open. This Tigers defense is just locked.
Third and about 6. Looks like the punt team's coming out. So the Panthers said, give us the ball, and the Tigers said, all right, you can have it, but you're going to punt.
Exactly there, Palmer. That was a really good defensive showing for the Tigers. They looked good against the run there. They looked good on the edges. And they look good against the pass.
For the Tigers, couple running in, couple running out. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
if he was
shank
off.
punt here. This one's only going to go about 20 yards, if that. Flag on the play.
That's a very late flag if they're going to call too many men on the field. Very late. As the officials discuss, let's see what they come up with.
There might have been too many men on the defense for Littleton here. We saw those late substitutions.
I don't believe as if the Littleton player got off, but on the other hand, the official from all the way from the other side, I don't know if that's his call that late in the play. Wow. That's a very late call. I'm not saying it's the wrong call, but a very late one. A very late one.
Late nonetheless. And that could prove to be big. It looks like it was a 5-yard penalty here. Still 2 yards to go. They might decide to go for it now instead of
He's
punt.
keeping marching. That's 10. First down.
Wow. I'm reading the scoreboard. It says 2 to go.
That's
10-yard penalty. That's a brutal penalty there.
And on 4th and 6, I mean,
You're just looking to get him off the ball.
That's plain and simple.
In this shotgun here, they come out. They're going to hand this one off up the middle. He's got space, breaking the tackle. Nothing doing there.
Nicholas Brooks, number 9, first one to lay the stick. A couple more joined the party later.
He might have gained about 2 yards on that run, folks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, looks like a false start. Ayer Shirley defense headed on backwards now.
Gain of 2, call it a loss of 5.
5-yard penalty. Replay first down. First and 15. Ball's brought right before the 35 at the 34-yard line.
Now let's see what the Panthers drop. I'm passing the ball here. What about you, Stormwind?
First and 15. I'd say it's an either or. Can't really go wrong. Maybe even mixing a screen
I was
because you got
thinking-
these Littleton Tigers kind of, up and gunning. They might forget
You know
about the
Littleton's
screen.
D-line. It's historically,
Right.
baby. Ears back, and they want to get that quarterback,
Right.
and it can be your fault.
It's a run here to the right. Wow, and there is
Great
just
pressure.
nothing there. Gets swallowed up.
Great job by the Littleton defense. They're really stuffing this run, so probably a gain of 1. So you're going to be looking at about 2nd and 14.
I believe there was Cooper Jurgens in on that tackle for the Littleton Tigers.
Play. Second down and 13.
16 is the quarterback for Ayer Shirley, Bobby Manchester. Looks to be a junior. Let's see what this kid's got in his arm. He's 0 for 1 right now.
Yeah, Manchester in the shotgun. Tailback behind him. Here's the motion, right to left. Nothing going. Oh, dips it off to the halfback in the backfield. Makes a couple moves and gets maybe 3 yards on that. Not even, maybe 2. But this Tigers defense is looking really stout, Palmer, to start this game, and it's quite impressive.
Absolutely, they gave it up, but they swarmed.
Actually, 3rd down and 7.
We got 3rd and 7 here. So just a gain of 2 there on that last play. Manchester gets his play as he jogs on into the huddle.
If the coach is giving it to the quarterback, there must be something wrong with the mic in his helmet.
Yeah. No urgency for these Panthers coming out of the huddle. Usually you see these teams will run up to the line, but there's none of that here.
You got one wide out to the bottom of your screen. It's pretty much one-on-one, so if you wanted to take a shot.
No snap. Oh, it's just a QB draw. And he's going to get about 4, but that is nowhere near enough for a first down. He's just swallowed by the Tigers.
Pending a solid substitution by the Tigers, hopefully the Panthers will be punting this one away again. Although I'll tell you one thing, fourth and about 3.5. That's slightly enticing for me to go for it if I'm the Panthers. At the yard line, it makes you think.
Right. Look, Casey Keenan made that last tackle for the Tigers as the Panthers punt this one away. This is more of a line drive this time.
Oh, and it's halted by Mano. Mano says, I dropped it, but I'm going to pick it up.
Here he comes, running right side. He's got a little bit of room down the sideline. He fumbled the ball, but it ended up being a decent
by the
return.
Panthers.
A little extracurriculars, but nothing going.
So this is when you're an athlete like Mano is, Evan Mano, one of the best athletes in Littleton right now. When you're an athlete like him on that punt return, you got to get out of bounds at the 35-yard line. You can't cut it up for those extra 3 yards and get laid out because it's just not worth it for the team. Those
Not
3
this
yards,
early.
it's
Not in the first game
a
of
player
the
like
season.
that, you get out of bounds at the 35. It's not worth those extra 3 yards. It's not. But as a player, it's hard to understand that. But hopefully they can hone in on him on just get out of bounds on the punt return.
All right, Palmer. That's a good take. I like that one. All right, let's get a first look at the Tigers here.
Ooh, try to get him to jump, but nothing biting.
Milner in the backfield. He's going to maybe audible out of this one. Tell him the line something. Probably just went to a pass. We'll see. That's my best guess.
I'm thinking a lot of looking over at the sideline. Option. They're going to
Option
give it.
gives it off.
Gives it off to his little brother.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow, great
Nice
run
play.
there. Great run there from Milner up to the 40-yard line, cross midfield.
Milner to Milner option.
Yeah, we might be saying that a lot tonight. We'll see, though.
Between the Milners and the Manos, you can't keep them straight.
Yeah, exactly.
So whatever. Oh, bringing it back. Little holding maybe. We missed the call from the referee.
I didn't even see that flag.
I didn't either. Must have been another late one.
Maybe they picked it up. I think it was a late flag, Palmer. I think you're right about that one.
Yeah. Holding.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be 10 yards back, and that might just be a drive killer. We'll see. It's hard to get 20 yards on the first play of the game, have it taken back with a holding, and come back to go down the field. But
And get
we'll
another
see.
20 yards.
First and 20 is a big hole to dig out of now. But if anyone can do it, it's this Milner-led Tigers offense.
We have gotten a warning. We're getting some pretty serious thunderstorms coming in at some point. So hopefully we can get this game underway.
Right. Oh, hard count. Nothing going there.
Hard count.
Panthers.
All right. You put that in your pocket and you say, okay, I'm going to come back to that in the third quarter at a big moment. Okay, that's what you learned from that.
Milner's going to pass.
Oh,
He finds his
beautiful.
receiver over the middle.
Number 5, Evan
To the 55.
Fitzgerald.
Evan Fitzgerald out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And they are now over half field and into Panthers territory.
That's a 28-yard completion.
That's big to come out of that first and 20 and get 28
Not
yards.
too bad for a first-time quarterback in Andrew Milner. Played a lot of tight end last year, and
now
they said, we like his cannon, bring him over.
Now he's hurrying up, commanding. This one's going to be a pass. Going to find the halfback in the flat. Nothing there. Great play made there by the Panthers.
Just not enough put on it by Milner. Really needs to zip that pass in. When you got a swing pass like that, you need to get the ball out there before he gets blown up. And
Right.
it didn't get to him soon enough. Maybe it was aggravated because we were on this side of the hash.
Trying to isolate Mano in open space. That time it does not work. Great tackle coming upfield by the Panthers defense.
Again, we apologize on the Panthers' numbers. It's very hard to pick up from across field distance. Looks like it's going to be a timeout.
Lightning.
Oh, lightning. That's not good. Looks like they've called it for lightning. Hopefully this is temporary and we can get back underway, folks.
Yeah, I saw that radar before. You know, there's your green, which is what you expect. But there was also those reds, the yellows, and the orange, and that is just not what you want on football Friday night.
Looks like they're going to clear the field and the bleachers.
Wow.
And,
It's a safety concern, ladies
I mean,
and
guys,
gentlemen.
I think it was just heat lightning. It's okay. It's okay.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another LCTV broadcast of Littleton High School football. I am Benjamin Storman. I'm going to be doing this broadcast solo. Starting up here on the 48-yard line for Littleton, as the previous game had been delayed about 14 hours, 7 p.m. last night to 9 a.m. tonight. Littleton was very impressive to start that last game, so we'll see if that trend continues. Milner in the backfield to catch the ball. Fires left side. Good try there, trying to get to number 11. Jamison Haggerty. Nothing going though. It'll be second down. And it'll be third down, excuse me, as this game is picking up at second down. 3rd and 14 to go. You know, I'll be very curious to see what Littleton does here to start. They were running the ball in between the tackles very well and on the edges very well, so we'll see. They start off here with a pass, very interesting. Going to be 3rd and 14, can expect another pass here. Play action, it's actually an option. They're just going to run this one with Milner, and they're going to get about 4 yards up the middle. Just trying to get back to that line of scrimmage, that original line of scrimmage, but nothing going. 4th down here, they're going to have to punt the ball. Looks like, no, they are not punting the ball. They're going to go for it here on about 4th and 12. They got 5 wide. This will be a pass, ladies and gents. Hard count, nothing going. Panthers do not jump offsides. Milner looks like an audible here. They're going to change the play. Maybe you see something with the defense. I believe that was a fault. Yeah, a little too much audibling there because Littleton's going to get a delay of game, and that's going to push him back 5 yards, and now they will definitely be punting this ball. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like Tyler Bronco is going to be punting this ball away. Oh, received, fumble at the 12. Ball's on the ground. Looks like there's scrummer, and Littleton comes up with it. That is a big break. And that's just one of those things you got to think, you know, maybe them pausing this game and then picking it up, resuming it. Maybe that's the reason for that mistake right there, as the punt returner for the Panthers just kind of fumbled that one away, and Littleton was able to jump on it. So it looked like this offense had a quick 3 and out, but now they're right back out there on the field here, almost in the red zone already. So Littleton's got to come away with points here. They got to take advantage of this. They're going to hand this ball up the middle. Oh, the ball's on the ground again, and it looks like it gets smothered by a Littleton lineman. Looks like Delayed McCoy was able to fall on that one. I believe Zach Milner kind of had the butterfingers there, gave it up, but that's all right. They got it right back. Maybe lost about 1 yard on that. So far this Littleton offense kind of struggling to get going here. We'll see what they have on second down. It's going to be a pass. Milner looks to run, taking this one straight up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 3, probably 2.5. Up there to the 24-yard line, it looks. Four minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, this one started about 5 minutes into the quarter due to a lightning delay during yesterday's game. Interesting. They're bringing in Jason Mansauer to take the helm for this down on 3rd and 7. We'll see if he passes. And it'll just be a run to Milner. Zach Milner going left side. Gets up to about the 21-yard line. Not a bad run, but not enough for a first down. Looks like the Tigers are going to go for it here, about 4th and 4 maybe. Jason Mansauer still in at QB for the normal number 8, Andrew Milner. I wonder if it's an injury or some sort. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they're just giving him a breather or something. I do not see him out on the field. Milner in motion, comes to the backfield, nothing. Mansauer's going to run this right side. and he stops short. They do not get the first down, and the Panthers will end up taking this ball over on downs. Yeah, really big stop there for the Panthers. After fumbling that punt return, they're able to come up with a big stop there. That was definitely big. And it's also very big that on Littleton's side that they didn't get any points from that, getting the ball right around the 30-yard line and not, coming away with 0 points is definitely a disappointment there for sure. Let's see. Maybe Littleton can bounce back on this defensive series. As Manchester in the backfield, the quarterback for the Panthers, hands this one off. Good stop there from the Tigers, only about a couple yards on that run. It'll be very interesting to see what the Panthers do here. They really had no luck running the ball last night. They're going to pass this one. Oh, there's pressure to Manchester. Almost gets tackled. Able to dump it off to James Gauntlet, who's going to take this one almost up to the 40-yard line. Looks to be about the 39, and that was a good gainer and a great play by number 16, Bobby Manchester, of the Ayer Shirley Panthers to somehow get rid of that ball before he gets tackled. And James Gauntlet able to take that one about 15-ish yards, possibly even more. So yeah, that was definitely a great play there by Bobby Manchester to evade that pressure. They're just going to run this. Oh, no. Fake me out. It's going to be an option. Manchester running to the left, running to his left, makes a man miss. And he gains probably about 5 yards here. Gets right up to the 41-yard line. Manchester's starting to look, pretty damn good those last 2 plays. Ayer Shirley coaching staff are liking what they're seeing. Second and 4. If I'm the Panthers here, I'm probably looking to run this ball. Second and short. That's just kind of your normal play calling here. Looks like they're going to run it right side. James Gauntlet, nothing doing though. Loses one. Oh, there's going to be a flag though, a little late. We'll see what this is. Looks like it's going to be on the Tigers. Wow. It looks like it was a little extracurricular after the play, maybe unnecessary roughness of some sort. But that's going to be a big one. That's going to be 15 yards. And it's going to push the Panthers across midfield here, ladies and gentlemen. Far over into Littleton territory. Yep, that'll be personal foul of 15 yards, and they move right up to the 39-yard line. Giving this to Gauntlet again. That Littleton's defense looking pretty stout against the run so far. Last night we saw the Panthers try to run off tackle. We saw them try to run in between the tackles, but no luck here. And that trend really seems to be continuing as the first quarter ends here. Here at Ayer Shirley's athletic facility. So after quarter 1, we have a score of 0-0. No points being scored yet. This has been a defensive battle so far for both teams. And I'm really curious to see what happens in the second quarter action. So we'll get to that in a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for some second quarter action. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Littleton 36-yard line as we get going here in quarter number 2. Really like that quick break in between. Waiting around, they're going to have an end around here. That'll be to number 22, Wyatt Galliant, and he's going to get 3 yards. So now the Panthers are going to be facing a 3rd and short situation here. It'll be very interesting to see what they do because they haven't run the ball all that well at all. And they really haven't passed it all that well. So we'll see. We'll see what they do on 3rd and short. I think maybe a QB draw or something. Maybe they hand it off to James Gauntlet, number 1 there. We'll see. In the I form, Manchester awaits the snap. Play action, fumbles it. Oh, and Littleton falls right on it. That is a big mishap from the Ayer Shirley Panthers. They try to run a play action there, and it looks like Gauntlet may have got a little too handsy with the ball, grabbed it away from number 16, Bobby Manchester, and Littleton was able to fall on that very alert defensive play there. And Littleton's going to get the ball back. So we have Tiger ball at their own 35. So far, to start today, not including last night, it's really been a tale of turnovers here. We've already seen 1 turnover on downs from the Tigers. We've seen 2 fumble recoveries from the Tigers as well. So Tigers defense definitely making plays. They're going to run this one off. Zach Milner trying to get the edge. Good job to get something. Looked like he really had nothing there, but he's going to end up getting about almost 5 yards out of this. So a good job there by Zach Milner. So Littleton's getting right up here on the ball. Going to receive the hand signal from Asante Easter. Mansauer still at the helm for Littleton. They started the game with Milner. That is not the case anymore. Mansauer's taking over. He's going to dump this one off to Mano, who runs right side. Looks like he has first down and more across the 50. Follows the man out. Oh, 55. Starts talking to him a little bit. Little extracurricular there. Littleton's got to be a bit more careful with the trash talk. We don't want to get another personal foul. That'll definitely be a drive killer, but that was a great run by Mano to get out of bounds all the way over. Now at the 44-yard line of the Panthers. So Mansauer at the helm seems to be working so far as of now. He's going to pass again. He's going to slip in the pocket and just have to eat that one. And he's going to lose about 3 yards. That was good pass rush there from the Panthers. Forcing Mansauer to try to run away, and couldn't get his footing. I'm wondering if the turf is maybe still a little wet from last night with all the rain coming down. I think that definitely plays a part with these players and getting a footing on this turf. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Littleton, and they will be going back even further. So Littleton very eager to get up on the ball, but that doesn't really seem to be working. They just had a false start, so I don't know, maybe they want to slow things down here. They don't appear to be. Mansauer changing the protection. This is a run to Zach Milner, right side. Going to be another flag. It looks like it's going to be a holding. Possibly a number 55, Joseph Cormier. And this might be another penalty on the Tigers. Yep. Holding on the Tigers, and that'll push them back 10 more yards. And, what looked to be a promising drive is now kind of fizzled out. The Tigers have kind of killed it with these penalties, drive-killing penalties, as they're now all the way back to their own 36. And it's going to be 2nd and 30, so definitely a tough task here for this Littleton offense to try to dig themselves out of this hole that they've put themselves in. As we're just about 9 minutes left into this second quarter here. Wow, Littleton kind of scuffling at the line. They have to take another timeout there after the delay of game and the false start. These plays are taking a long time to get into the quarterback. I wonder if there's, is there audibling going on? Is there, confusion with the signals? We're not sure. Hopefully they can figure it out during this timeout, though. Good to call that timeout before they get another delayed game, for sure. But going to take this time for a quick shout out to Damon Abbott's, who's standing right beside me.
Thank you.
doing the camera work. He does the dirty work, and I just, put my pretty face on TV and call it a day, But it's Damon. He loves it, and it's a great thing.
Yeah.
He does a great job.
Hopefully I get paid extra this game.
Yeah, I mean, Ayer Shirley's got to be feeling pretty comfortable where they are right now. They got, pretty favorable situation, 2nd and 30. Although on the offensive side of the ball, they really got to clean it up. Both sides are quite messy right now. And like I kind of talked about before, it's hard to mentally prepare for a game and then, have it get delayed until the next morning and then try to pick it back up again mentally and physically for that matter. So maybe these turnovers and these uncharacteristic penalties are a reason for that. Mansauer to take the snap in the eye for him. Milner, he looked for Milner in the flat. And that was a great play by JT Breshahan to come upfield, force Mansauer to pass it, have to force it high, and ball gets tipped away. So good play there by the Panthers defense as Tigers now face 3rd and 30. Mansauer, they just like to change. They just like to oddball on every play, it seems like. Mansauer fires. He's going to find Mano here. Pretty good connection, but it's going to be nowhere near what they need for a first down. A little too late there for the Tigers as they pick up maybe about 12 yards. It's hard to tell, but regardless, still not enough for a first down. Tyler Bronco is going to punt this one off for Littleton. He has a pretty good leg. Last time he punted one off, the receiver for the Ayer Shirley Panthers fumbled it, and that, proved to be. Oh, and a great bounce here from Bronco's kick. It's going to roll all the way down to near the 10. It keeps on going. Good kick there from Bronco. Just about rolled nearly 45 yards, possibly even longer than that. And the Ayer Shirley Panthers are going to have this ball on their own 12.
Is that why Littleton was that Shirley?
They're surely trying to score over here.
Another flag out.
Oh, looks like it was a neutral zone infraction on the Tigers. These penalties are really starting to build up for the Tigers. It's going to be 5 yards in favor of the Panthers. So now 1st and 5 for the Panthers. And we've seen about 3 flags in the matter of, what seems to be about 5 defensive plays for the Tigers. So it's been messy, and they definitely have to fix some of these mistakes if they want to have a chance at this one. Run up the middle here to Gauntlet. There's nothing going though. Gets maybe about 3 yards on that one. Second and 1 for the Panthers. Manchester gets a snap, going to hand this one off to Gauntlet, left side. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to keep on rolling up there to the 34-yard line. A great run there, good blocking there from the Ayer Shirley Panthers.
Ready to go, one!
Tigers defense was not able to fill the gaps on that run. You had to think they had to been playing the run on that 2nd and 1, but Manchester running, option play, he's got it, running right side. He's got a little bit of room now. He's up to the 50-yard line. Thaddeus Hunt able to take Manchester down right there, but it's after about a 20-yard gain up to the 50-yard line. And that'll move the chains for the Panthers, and it'll be 1st and 10 at midfield. Hand this one up to Gauntlet up the middle. Gets about a couple to the left side. They run right to the B gap. Right up the middle. They don't really, nothing going there. Tigers look pretty stout in between the tackles.
Littleton 47.
Pretty much we're seeing the same trends that we saw, last night before the Thunder and the Lightning, of course. Where this Tigers defense just, pretty stout, able to stop the run. And then on the other side of the ball, the Panthers offense scuffling just a bit as they take a timeout here. So we got about 5 minutes left here to play in the second quarter before halftime, and if you told me before this game that there'd still be 0 points on the board for either team, I would definitely be a little surprised. It's safe to say that the Tigers, their defense will definitely have a good year this year. The offense still trying to get its legs going, but there's plenty of time left in this game to figure things out. I definitely think, the utilization of Mansauer over Milner is definitely something to keep an eye over. Maybe I think Mansauer is doing a good job commanding this offense, especially not being the starter. So I expect him to continue to be the quarterback throughout the rest of this game, but Milner, we'll see if Milner comes back out at any point. All right, here, so the Panthers, 2nd and 7 on the Tigers, 47, 48. It's play action. They fake it to Gauntlet. They have nothing. Manchester looks to fire. But it looks like Cage Mueller, that one kind of hits off his hands, and they aren't able to complete that pass. So it'll stay 3rd and 7.
Third and 7 from the Littleton 47.
They have a motion man. They're going to give it to Gauntlet out the backfield. He's going to get about 4.
Nice tackle there by number 50, Owen Brady for Littleton.
Good tackle there by number 50, Owen Brady for Littleton. Sticking his hand in there, getting his shoulder on the ball, and wrapping up and bringing him down.
It's a flag on the play.
False start on Ayer. Surely they'll be pushed back even further. So it'll be 4th and 11 now. They're still going to have to punt this ball. Manchester, the quarterback, also doubling as the punter for now.
4th and 11 from the Ayer Shirley 49. Punt.
Pretty good punt here, caught by Mano. He's got a full head of steam up the right side. There he goes. Gets up there to the 45-yard line. Great return from Mano and able to scamper out of bounds before he takes a big hit. Good job there by the Patriots return team. And a good job by Mano to come up there, receive the ball with a running start, and just let the wheels show. So Littleton's going to have great field position off that punt. Taking it all the way across into Panther territory. Mansauer at the helm. They hand this one off to Zach Milner, breaks the tackle, breaks a couple. Now he's coming back left side. Still nothing going there. A good effort there from Zach Milner to try to get anything, but ends up losing about half a yard on that. Run game for the Tigers, just it hasn't been excellent to start by any means, but I think they're really trying to establish, something, try to get an identity with this game, but, maybe they have to pass the ball to do that. We'll see. Maybe a screen. They had a lot of success hitting the tailback out of the backfield, so maybe they try screen here, some short passes, just to get Mansauer in rhythm. Yeah, they decide to run the ball again here, and it just gets swallowed up. That's a great play there by Obi-san for the Panthers. Able to penetrate deep into the backfield. Looked like he wasn't even blocked, and takes down Milner with ease. So good, strong play by OBC from Ayer. Mansauer in the I form. Looks like the same play to Zach Milner running right side. He always got room. He's got room this time. Gains about 12 yards, possibly even more, 13. Up to the 37 of the Ayer, surely. So they pick up about 11, and now they're left with about a fourth and 6 about. And the Tigers are deciding to go for this one. Milner gets brought into the backfield here. Hard count. Oh, and now they will most likely be punting. We will see, though. Yeah, the hard count. Hard count there for the Tigers, you're trying to get the offense, you're trying to get the defense to jump off sides, but sometimes the offense just gets a little too anxious, and that's what happened there. Tigers kind of jumped on that line, and now they definitely are going to punt it, like I'd mentioned before. So Bronco, he's had a couple good punts today. We'll see what he's got in the leg. Right side. Oh, takes a great hop. Oh, it was almost a great punt there from Bronco. Rolls all the way down to the sideline, but the Tigers almost able to get to it before it gets in the end zone and results in a touchback. So instead of that ball being pinned down on the 1 yard line, they'll have it at the 20. So good punt there, but ends up not netting much.
Takes over 1st and 10 from its own 20-yard line.
Well, regardless, the Panthers will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20. Low snap, Manchester fields it cleanly. Gonna hand this to Galliant. Still nothing going. Tigers defense looks really good against the run so far. Both offenses just cannot get much going. And every time it seems like there's something going, they end up turning the ball over. So that's definitely, a big part of why there's still 0 points on the board for either team.
So we're going to go into overtime.
We'll see. As Damon says, maybe overtime is in our future. We will see, though. Going to be timeout. Ayer's going to take another one. Might as well. We're getting down here to about 2 minutes left before halftime, so got to burn some of these first half timeouts for sure. So good usage there. Maybe you'd like to see him use it when they're driving the ball and they got to think about a big decision, but we'll see if it proves costly. We'll see if they end up needing that timeout in a big situation. But with the way things are going, it definitely seemed like the right decision to just call the timeout, get the right play in. And try to get the drive started off on the right foot, nonetheless. Manchester in the eye for him. It's going to be a pass. He's rolling right side. Got nothing. He's going to tuck this one and run. Not enough for a first down. He's going to be a couple yards short. Still a good scramble, though. And getting out of bounds, he will stop the clock.
3rd and 1. Nice job by.
So now 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
Adjusting for the blocking there.
They're probably just going to try to run this one and try to control the ball here for the next 2 minutes, but I could be wrong.
3rd and 1 from the 29.
You made me right. You made me wrong.
Exactly.
Little Billy Joel for you, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they are going to run it with Galliant left side, and he is going to pick up the first, and he's got more, too. He'll be up to about the 39-yard line. As I suspected, they do run it on 2nd and 1. They're just going to let this clock run, try to get some points, but more importantly, run this timeout so Littleton does not get their hands on the ball again this half. False start here on the pan. Oh, neutral zone infraction. Wow. Offsides on the defense. Another penalty there for the Tigers defense. It'll move up the Panthers 5 more yards, and it'll keep this drive pushing for the Panthers.
Offsides on Littleton. It's a 5-yard penalty. Gives the Panthers 1st and 5 from the 44.
Tigers starting to get away from their discipline a little bit. Uncharacteristic penalties down here, down the stretch of this second quarter. Gonna hand this one off to Gallant. He's gonna pick up a couple, but nonetheless, another good stop on the run here by the Tigers defense. You know, you'd think there'd be a little bit more urgency from the Panthers with 1 minute to go here, but again, the emphasis is on running this clock out and not letting the Tigers have it. Manchester to pass. He's got pressure in his face. Kind of lofts this one up. This crowd wanting to pass interference, but they don't get it. Looked clean to me. Good play there by Jamison Haggerty in coverage to break that one up. Bobby Manchester just kind of had to fling that one up there. Was under some duress from this Tigers D. Good pass rush there. Manchester pulls it on the option, and he's going to take this one up the middle. Takes it kind of right behind his right tackle, and Littleton, no answer for that one. They bit on the fake, and Manchester able to move the chains, and he gets about 10 yards there. 30 seconds now to go once they snap this ball off. They don't really seem to care. No urgency whatsoever from the Panthers. Wow. False start for the Panthers. They now move back 5 yards. And this is a little sloppy on Ayer Shirley's side. Again, they kind of burn this clock, and now they got 20 seconds. They take a timeout with 20 seconds, and is 20 seconds enough to do much, especially with the way things have been going so far? I don't know. So very interesting clock management there from the Panthers. As I believe they just took their final timeout of the first half. You know, we talk about how this late, you know, not a late start, but the delay nonetheless just kind of messes with everyone's heads in a way. Talk about the players, but what about the coaches too? Maybe the game plan gets a little, you know, messed up in the process of the game being delayed. Who knows? But yeah, 20 seconds to go. Panthers look like they had, you know, a couple minutes to do something, but let the clock run all the way down to 20. We'll see if they can get anything done here with these final ticks. Manchester to pass, and he throws a pick. I don't know what he was looking at there, but Manchester took his 3-step drop, fired it confidently. And I believe Zach Milner was on the receiving end of that. Ball was thrown right at him, kind of gave him a gift. I think he's thinking the same thing. Wow, thank you for that. 15 seconds, I wonder if the Tigers are going to run this ball and just concede the half or try to do something here and get some points. You got to be careful, though. You don't want to turn this ball over and it you know, end up backfiring. So definitely don't force anything. If you're the quarterback, you can't force anything. Mansauer drops, fakes the run, got nothing, fires, lofts it up, gonna find Thaddeus Hunt there, who takes it to the Panthers 45-yard line. There's 3 seconds left. That'll be time for one more play, and then you can toss it up to the half.
Is there another timeout?
Timeout Littleton.
Wow.
They may have
3
one more.
seconds?
Hey, yeah, one last play here with 3 seconds to go. We'll see what they do with it. Probably a Hail Mary. Maybe they try a screen. But you can definitely expect the Ayer Shirley pass defense here to be in a more of a prevent, keep this ball out of the end zone at all costs kind of a deal. Yeah, I kind of like to see them get this ball into Evan Mano's hands. He is their most explosive player on offense, so if anyone can come up here with a 46-yard touchdown, it'll be him. So I'd like to see them maybe get this ball to him in the flat and dump it off and just see what happens. He will definitely have room to run, though, with the defense that the Panthers are going to come out with here.
Get in there, 50, get in there! Let's go, let's go! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Mansauer looking to the sideline, kind of commanding the play. And this will be our last play of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Mansauer drops, fires. He's looking for Thaddeus Hunt, but he didn't get him, and that'll be the end of the half.
Pass is incomplete. That brings us to halftime.
A very interesting half, or lack thereof. Interest, I guess. 0 points on the board. If you love defensive games, you're loving this game. This is really interesting. 0-0, like I just said. You have to think there's some of that mental aspect of delaying the game. You have to think so. It has these offenses kind of in a rut that they can't get out of. So it'll definitely be very interesting to see what both sides here do to get their offensive juices flowing, so to speak. But both sides really on the defensive side of the ball, they've really been stout, really been good against the run, whether it's been off tackle, with your end arounds, or just your classic power counters in between the tackles. So Littleton definitely going to have to make some adjustments here. Maybe adjustments in the run game, maybe trying to get more spacing in the pass, but it'll definitely be interesting to see what Easter cooks up here. And we'll definitely be back with you guys for some second half action, so stick around.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so welcome back, folks, to this LCTV broadcast here. Starting the second half of this game at Ayer Shirley Athletic Facility. Tigers kicked off last night to start the game, so the Panthers will be kicking this ball off to start the second half. I'm curious to see what Coach Easter of Littleton has come up with for halftime adjustments. We'll see what he cooks up here in the playbook to get this team going out of the half as they do get the ball. So it looks like it'll be Will Dash to kick this ball off for the Panthers and start this second half. Let's get this half underway. Let's get it rolling here in Ayer Shirley.
Go get him, boys. Go get him.
Line drive kick here. Gonna roll all the way into Bronco's hands as he finds a hole left side. He's got room past the 50, past the 40 now, 1 man to beat. Gauntlet's gonna take him out, but a great return to the 27. Bronco. Oh, there's a flag on the play though. This one might be coming back.
With great pursuit for the tackle. There is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, we're still waiting to see who it's on. Looks like there was a Ayer Shirley player a little, slow to get up here. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him, it looks like. Is that the result of a penalty on the Tigers, though? We will see. There's still a flag on the field, and we still haven't heard anything, so we will be finding out in real time. It's a dead ball foul, so is after the play. So it looks like there was some, just to sum it up, it looks like there was some extracurriculars after that punt on both sides. Both teams got a penalty there, and they will offset, so the Tigers are going to have this ball at the 28 of the Panthers, and they start in great field position. So Mansauer is going to be the quarterback for the rest of the game, it looks like, as he starts this second half. Milner, the tailback. So what do the Tigers here have out of the gate? Asante Easter, more audibling here. Hand signals mid-play. Mansauer gets his snap. Quick pass here, quick hitter right up the gut here to Bronco. Looks like up the middle. Bronco's starting to come up here with some touches and definitely making the most of them. Excuse me, that was Evan Fitzgerald. Another late flag comes in.
Flag on the play. Flag.
We'll see what this one is.
Completion was good enough for a first
It
down.
might have been another dead ball penalty because that flag was super late.
Put the palms down. Palms down.
Refs are having discussion here at about the 25-yard line. Wow. So yes, it was a dead ball penalty. There were 2 dead ball penalties. Same thing happened again like there was on the kick return. Two extracurricular type penalties after the play, and they offset, 1 on each team. So the Tigers are going to have this ball at the 19-yard line. So still looking good for Littleton here. Mansauer commanding at the line, still in kind of this pistol formation. Milner, the halfback. Mansauer, pressure, fires weakly over the middle, and he's lucky that wasn't an interception. The pass protection for the Tigers has definitely been a little lackluster. They haven't been able to give Mansauer much time, and that one resulted there in an incomplete pass. Mansauer just kind of had to faintly throw that one over the middle. Nothing going there. At the Panthers' 19-yard line. Tigers knocking on the door here. They put Milner in motion. That's who he's looking for. Doesn't have him, and he throws this one right at Gauntlet, who's going to take this. Great tackle there by Zach Milner. You can't overlook that tackle because number 1 almost got freed and almost took that one to the house for a pick 6. But that was not very good IQ there from Mansauer. He was under duress and panicked and just kind of was trying to force that one to the back, out of the backfield, Milner, and underthrew it, and it ended up in the hands of James Gauntlet. Pressure on the quarterback by the Panthers by Obi-san, number 50. But Manchester gets this ball back quickly.
Gauntlet on the carry.
They try to run that one up the middle, they get nothing.
Excellent
Oh,
defense
looks
there
like the
by-
ball came out during some point in that play.
Looks like no gain.
But Gauntlet able to regain possession on that ball.
Looks like a short game, brings up 2nd and 9.
I didn't realize they could switch the helmet mid-play. I thought that the player would have to sit out at least one play when the helmet gets switched or whatever, though. Manchester to get the snap here in the pistol. Rolls right, looking, finds nothing. Oh, forces it, and almost intercepted. Nicholas Brooks got in between the ball and the player there and broke it up. Good play there defensively for the Tigers. Looked like they could have came away with an interception there. Very close on this sideline, close to us here. So we got a 3rd and long here for the Panthers. You got to expect them to pass the ball, but you never know. It seems like the quick hitters are the only passes working as opposed to these, trying to get these long gainers down the sidelines. Manchester under pressure. He's going to run. He's got nothing, though. And Thaddeus Hunt comes in with a great tackle on Manchester after about a gain of 3 or 4. And that might be enough for them to go for it, but we'll see.
Gain of about 5. That's a 4th and 5 for the Panthers.
So they are going to pump this ball. Tigers have to be very careful not to jump off sides here because that would result in a 1st down. That would not be a good thing as Ayer Shirley struggles to get in formation here on the punt. Manchester shanks this one, and it bounces out about the 51-yard line.
No return on the punt.
So not a great punt there from Manchester. Kind of came up the side of his foot and didn't go very far at all. About 15 yards. 15, 20 yards on that punt. You can't blame Manchester, though. It looks like he doesn't come off the field. He plays quarterback on offense. He plays cornerback on defense. And he also doubles as the punter. So it's hard to take care of all those tasks, I suppose.
Go defense! Go team! They're coming right at you. Go get the linebacker. Get ready. Hey!
Pass this one out of the flat to Zach Milner. He takes this one up for about 8 yards. A good play there, and that's what I think the Tigers should do. Keep those quick hitters. Keep hitting the backs out of the backfield. Let Mansauer get into rhythm here. I'm a little concerned over it. We have not seen number 8, Andrew Milner, so far really in this game. I'm wondering if it's an injury concern. You'd maybe like to see him have a little bit more of a presence on the offensive side of the ball, but he is not out there. Maybe they saw something in warm-ups. I have no idea. Mansour drops back. Kind of underthrows Mano there, but nonetheless, it was covered up, and it'll be an incomplete pass. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now, or third and 4 about. Scoreboard says 3rd and 10. Right, there it goes. 3rd and 3 here for the Tigers. They run this one with Zach Milner, and he's got the first and about 2 yards more, so a good play there. Oh, but that looks like there's a flag down again. And it's going to be holding on the Tigers, so they'll push this one back 10 more yards, and that'll revoke the first down. Ooh, another penalty comes out on the field. Wow. Okay. So on top of the holding, ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers also get another extracurricular personal foul, and it's going to put them back even farther, another 15 yards. Oh boy. Tigers are got, 1st and a mile to go, 3rd and a mile to go, not even 1st. So, yeah, well, this is going to be, a tough hole for the Tigers to dig themselves out of. Just really stupid penalties, and now all of a sudden you have 3rd and 30. So, yeah, that's tough right there. You got to be a little bit more disciplined if you're the Tigers. You can't be having these, your holdings. You got to live with it, but those personal fouls, they got to go. High snap. Mansour fields it cleanly, reaches back, fires, hits Mano, who's got speed. There he goes. Almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So about 17, maybe 17 and a half yards there on the gain. Tigers are going to bring out Bronco and the punt team to boot this ball away with coming up on 8 minutes to go here.
The Tigers from their own 48-yard line.
So the offensive lulls continue for both teams. And like Damon mentioned earlier, maybe overtime is in our future for sure, which would definitely be interesting. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Bronco boots this one. Hits about the 29, but keeps on rolling to about the 22. Not a bad punt right there at all from Bronco. So the Panthers are going to have this ball at their own 17. One of the keys of this game is going to be how do we get the most explosive players in open field, because they just haven't been able to do that yet. And the few times they did, or at least it seemed they did, there were some big gainers. So, we're really looking for a change of game plan here, offensively that is, because defensively things are working just fine. Hand this ball off to Gauntlet, and he gets maybe a yard, maybe half a yard. But how many times do I need to say it? This run defense for Littleton looking very stout, like a brick wall up front. So, as far as I'm concerned, Ayer surely can keep running this ball up the middle all they want, run this clock down, and eventually give it back to the Tigers.
Maybe even go into overtime or something.
Manchester, 3-step drop, rolling right. Got nothing. Oh, he had a man open there, but he missed him. Looks like he had Wyatt Galliant open. Nothing now. Flag in there, flag on the play. 2 flags are down.
So who do you think's gonna win now?
We'll see. It's still a toss-up. Still a wild card. Gonna be holding on the Panthers.
I think I would still say it's up in the air.
So it looks like we had a holding there on the Panthers offense, but another personal foul from the Tigers, which offsets it. And this is just, these personal fouls are really proving to be costly here. I mean, how many, you know, it's really just a lack of discipline is all the personal foul is. So I safe to say, you know, no matter the result of this game, practice on Monday might be a little, you know, interesting, so to speak. Well, they dumped this ball off to Wyatt Galliant there, and he's going to get nothing. Tries to take it left, and he gets stuffed about 2 yards back. So now the Panthers are working with 3rd and 12.
Loss of a couple on the play. Brings up 3rd and 12 for the Panthers.
You know, it's a lead pipe sky right now, right? Not the most beautiful day, but as long as there ain't no thunder, lightning, and rain, then I think we're happy here. Isn't that right, Damon?
It's a much better day like that.
Yeah, much better day like that. I agree.
3rd and 12 from the 16.
I agree for sure. Especially when the cameras get wet, that's no good.
Yeah.
But we're dry so far.
It's still very humid outside.
Wow, offsides again on Littleton. Penalties building up, but nothing's really come of it yet. So now instead of 3rd and 12, it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. You know, I hadn't been back to this field in about, you know, a few years, and it really looks a lot better here with the turf. I remember it used to be grass and mud, and you know, it just wasn't a great facility. But now this place looks really good with all the renovations. It's a completely different look. Very nice turf. So at least Ayer Shirley's got that going for them. Not the offense though. Nothing going for them on that side. Another flag. Delay a game. It's going to be a delay game in the offense. So both sides very sloppy. You saw the Tigers get that offsides penalty to move them up 5 yards, but the Panthers go right back with a delay game, and they end up right back at their 3rd and 12 state. Manchester passing this time, under pressure. It was a screen. Oh, and they dump it off to Galliant. He breaks a tackle. He's still going. Mano's the only guy to beat, and he almost trips him up. He's gone. Forget about it. 10-5, touchdown, Ayer Shirley. Those are your first points of the game. That was a massive play on the screen. Oh, but we got a flag in the backfield. Holding on the offense. This is all coming back, ladies and gents. Get on back there to about the 8-yard line now. What a big change of events. About a 90-yard penalty there. About 90-yard penalty. So this is all coming back, folks. Yep. So for quite a few seconds there, it looked like those were our first points of the game. It was an electric play, but nothing to show. Penalties again. That yellow laundry coming on the field is really affecting both offenses here.
Still at 0-0.
As Damon says, yep, still at a stalemate here, 0-0.
Still looking like overtime, right?
Yeah, still looking like overtime here with these players, but you know, maybe that kind of opened the floodgates a little bit, but we'll see. So they go from 3rd and 12, and they convert to a great touchdown to being 3rd and 22, 0 points on the board, even further backed up. Another penalty. Offsides on the defense again.
There's just so many penalties.
Really sloppy.
Those
So
are
many penalties.
Oh, so many penalties.
So many flags out on the field. Just when you think something happens, them yellow flags come out, and that's all she wrote. But they get quickly on the ball here. After the offsides, delayed McCoy with some pressure. Bobby Manchester running right, and he's gonna hold on to it. Oh, laterals it forward. I think that's where the penalty was, or maybe unnecessary roughness on the quarterback. We're gonna have to see, but another penalty on the field.
There's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that lateral was, but
Nice pursuit.
it was behind the line of scrimmage, but it was forward, so I think that's what the penalty's on, but it's hard telling. There's 2 flags on the field, so we might have.
It's like
Okay.
Flag Day here.
You're right. So yes, you cannot lateral it forward in that situation. It was illegal touching by the offensive player who caught the ball for the Panthers, and it'll result in a loss of down, and the Panthers are gonna have to punt this ball out of the back of their end zone. See if the Tigers can't block this punt here. Another shank. All right, so the Tigers are going to get this ball right at the 25-yard line, and they need to do something here because that is phenomenal field position. You just don't. They've been gifted this field position multiple times this game, and you really got to make something out of it if you want to win these games. If you want to win a close game like this, you got to take advantage of the mistakes that the other team makes, and that's really what it comes down to. And really, speaking for either team, nobody's been able to do it.
The winner will take
So,
home $87. Your winning ticket,
We'll see.
Coin, $87.
132.
As they announce the 50-50 raffle winner of a grand total 87 schmackaroos. What can you do with $87 these days? I don't know. Maybe a tank of gas. Who knows? Diesel. That's about it, though.
Maybe some groceries.
Mansour, good play there. A little QB draw. Keeps tiptoeing out of bounds, and he's going to get about 8 yards on that, possibly even more. Yeah, they moved the chains on that. He gets about 10, and it's going to be 1st and 10 to the at about the 14-yard line. So the Tigers really knocking on the door here. They got to stuff this thing in for sure. If they don't have a field goal kicker, they're confident, and they got to stuff this in.
Stuffed into well.
Oh, high snap over Mansour's head. It's a race for the ball. And it looks like the Tigers were able to get up on that. So great job by Zach Milner to hustle up on that ball. But we just can't have that. That's such a drive killer at their own, 14-yard line. That's tough. That was about a loss of 15 around. Loss of 11. And brutal play right there. So no back in the backfield. Mansour by himself. In the shotgun, 5 wide. Looking for Mano, doesn't have him. Still looking. Throwing at Mano, looking at him all the way, but just didn't have him. There was nothing there the entire time. I think that the Tigers, they need to do 2 things. They need to run the ball, which is what they've been trying to do. And then they need to try more quick hitters because they just cannot complete passes down the field right now on this Panthers stout defense. Mansour 5 wide. They're going to try to pass downfield again. A little bit of a bloop over there, but he gets it to the sideline. Mano running inside to out. Good athletic play there by Mano to salvage some yards out of it. And I think this, this might be fourth down territory for the Tigers, as it is 4th and 23. But I don't know. Do you kind of want to pin this Ayer Shirley back? But if you're not sure you can get that punt down there into the coffin corner, then yeah, you probably should go for it here. So we'll see what Asante Easter cooks up from the sideline. So about 3 minutes to go here now in the third quarter. Looking downfield, lofts it out to Mano. He gets a good chunk of yardage, but it's not enough for the first down. He almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and you know what, that works. That's about that's a pretty good punt. Pretty good punt there if you think about it. Getting tackled at the 15-yard line, they get 10 more yards of field position. So not a bad play there from the Tigers by any means. Well, both offenses have done nothing but scuffle this third quarter. So they run this one up the middle, and they get about 5 yards.
James Gauntlet on the carry.
James Gauntlet taking that ball. Good first down run there, 5 yards. I mean, that's what you're looking to do on first down if you're running it hard-nosed ball. You just want to get a few, but 5 yards, yeah, that's a big gainer. If you can get 5 yards every time, then you keep on running it. So Manchester receives the snap, hands it off. Another run. Good tackle there by Joseph Taylor.
Gauntlet on the carry. Gain of about 2, brings up 33.
So Taylor makes the tackle, he gets subbed out. Helmet pops off. Manchester getting the play into the huddle here. So as the third quarter comes down to an end, these Panthers are in no rush to snap this ball. 3rd and 3. Oh, they fumble it again on the run. They're having a lot of problems on the transfer, on Manchester transferring the ball to the running back. They're just kind of fumbling it around.
Still 0-0.
Yeah. Still 0-0. These offenses are scuffling, to say the least, as the Tigers almost picked up another fumble on that last play. Boy, oh boy, it is messy for both offenses. But it makes both defenses look real, real good, so at least there's a plus side from it. Manchester's going to punt this one, as the last 2 punts haven't been good. This one's a little better. Mano receives this one at the 50-yard line. He's running to the 40. Gets to about the 42-yard or 37-yard line and pushed out of bounds.
Overturned by Teddy Hunt. Over 1st and 10. Ayer Shirley 37.
Here we go, one. Here we
Nice
go.
tackle by Ayer.
Good tackle there by the Panthers. Donnie Arnold to stop Manham before he gets his legs moving. Mansara in the backfield, Milner behind him. They hand this one off to Milner, right side. Wow. And a great defensive play there by JT Brescian. Able to get penetration, come upfield, and make a great tackle there on the explosive legs of Zach Milner.
Here we go, one. Here we go.
So starting to heat up a little bit here in Ayer Shirley. We're starting to, sun's kind of poking through the clouds now. But it definitely feels good. It's a beautiful day out here, and it's a great day for football nonetheless.
Flag on the play.
Another flag on the Tigers. This one will be a false start. They'll push them back 5 yards, and they'll be looking at a pretty big hole to dig out of here on second down.
2
second
seconds
and 20
left.
maybe.
2 seconds left of the game. It is definitely humid out, I would say.
So it looks like we're going to have one more play left. They're just going to run the clock
End of the third quarter.
to the end of the third quarter. The score remains the same at the end of the third quarter. It is 0-0 still, folks. We are at, a defensive stalemate, if you will. We're just looking for some sort of offensive life, per se. I mean, we got a little taste of it on a huge play from the Panthers. About a 75-yard passing play that was taken away. It had to be brought back because of a holding penalty. And both sides, other than that, both sides are playing well defensively, but have just been turning the ball over, it feels like, endlessly. And penalties are endless. Flags on the field just keep coming, it seems like. So there wasn't, any drastic second half changes that both these teams made on during halftime. So, the Tigers they're gonna have, a little mountain to climb up here. 2nd and 20 coming out of the third quarter into the fourth. And just got to look to get something going. I mean, they had a couple of chances. They had the ball down here in the red zone, given to them pretty much, and Tigers weren't able to take advantage of those mistakes.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Mansauer takes a snap, hands this one off to Zach Milner up the middle. Gets about 7 back. So they work their way back here to about a 3rd and 13, a little bit more manageable. Now with that gain of 7. But yeah, 3 quarters have elapsed. It is still 0-0. So both these teams have to look at it. We're starting this game over again, right? We're coming out of the third quarter into the fourth like this is a new game. And that's what you have to do. Hard count, nothing. They do a lot of this. Littleton does a lot of this offensive style where they get to the line, they do a little hard count, don't snap it, and then he looks over and gets a signal. Mansauer going to snap it this time. Looking left, fires. He's going to find Nicholas Brooks there. He's going to pick up, a good gain of about another 7, maybe 8. And they're going to have a 4th down. That is manageable here. They will go for it. Again, there's that hard count. Look to the sideline. Ayer Shirley's been pretty disciplined with the hard count thus far. Mansauer receives a snap, backs up, fires. Trying to find Nicholas Brooks again. But Bobby Manchester, the quarterback, doubling as the cornerback, comes up with a play there. Sticks a hand in there. Another turnover on downs for Littleton, and the offensive woes continue into the fourth quarter here, ladies and gents.
Bobby Manchester, nice play to mark that up.
So, on the flip side, The Panthers will be getting the ball at their own 34, so they got to work the field to score here. Tigers take a quick timeout here in the fourth. We're just about a minute and a half in, and we already have a timeout. You know, I'm very curious to know what they're saying in that huddle. Is it more so of a pick yourself up off the ground kind of a deal, or is it, is it more of an angry pep talk? You know what I mean? Like, Easter's got to get this team fired up. He's got to get more energy out of this offense, and they just have to come away. One team's got to make a big play. That's what this game's going to come down to. And if not, I guess the sucker will go into OT, and we'll have to find out the old-fashioned way, won't we? So a timeout for a little defensive adjustment. Ayer Shirley is ready to snap this ball ASAP. Casey Keenan jumping offsides there. Gonna push this ball up 5 yards, so now it'll be first and about 6. First and 5, excuse me. So that is about the 3rd or 4th offsides penalty that the Tigers have had. Hand this ball off to Gallant, left side, run around the tackle. He's got a little bit of room. Looks like he tripped over Jamison Haggerty's leg there and falls right to the 50-yard line, but nonetheless, a first down gain there. And they keep on moving the chains.
Panthers first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
Clock ticking down here to 10 minutes left to go. Manchester receiving the snap. Fakes it to Gallant, pulls it, and there he's off. Past the 40, past the 30, has the edge here to the 20, out of bounds at the 24-yard line. That is a great run and a great choice from Manchester to pull it down for himself on the option there and take it all the way around the right tackle and up the field. Great play there. Now the Panthers are in the red zone and knocking on the Littleton's door.
A first and 10 from the Littleton 16-yard line.
So after the big play, we'll see what the Panthers come out here with. You know, we've seen a lot of quarterback runs, halfback runs, and we got another one right here, Gallant. But a great tackle there by Zach Milner. Comes through, gets the penetration through the line, and swallows that play up in the backfield. Able to get to Gauntlet there, wrap him up, secure the tackle for a loss of 3. Great play there by Zach Milner. Ayer Shirley taking their sweet time with this play. Maybe they'll get another delay game. Can't really see the play clock, though. I think that's just up to the refs.
Definitely still going to have this game go into overtime.
Maybe this game will go into overtime. We will see. Manchester rolling right. Finds Brennahan again. Breshahan.
Pick up of about 5.
Gets about 5 on it, but still not enough for a first down.
Panthers a 3rd and 10.
Leaves the Panthers with a 3rd and 10. Out wide, we got one-on-one on our left side. Manchester pulls it though, making moves coming up. Guy's just a workhorse. He plays 3 sides of the ball, and now he's starting to run this one, putting the team on his back. I wonder if Ayer Shirley can end up stuffing this sucker in the end zone, or like Damon Abbott's has been suggesting, maybe this one will go into OT. That's what he seems to believe.
Oh, yeah.
He says there's no doubt in his mind.
0.
So, 7 minutes, 40 seconds left to play here in the game. Still 0 points. I can't believe it. It's been a defensive stalemate if you're just tuning in. Both offenses have struggled to get it together, but Panthers are knocking on the door here. 4th down, though. Another penalty. Delay a game. So the Panthers will move back 5 yards now to make it a 4th and 11. And we'll see if that affects the decision making. I don't think it will, because they're so far down into Littleton territory. You know, one of the X factors of this game is that neither of these teams have a kicker that can kick field goals. If they did, then this would be a completely different game. There would be points on the board. We probably wouldn't be thinking about overtime as much. So very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, so a little input on the weather. It's 74 degrees outside. You have an 80% humidity out there. So it's pretty steamy.
Definitely can feel that humidity. It is a nice cool day. Give me a breeze every once in a while. Manchester fires. Had his receiver open there. Looked like Wyatt Galliant might have been open there for a second, but Manchester kind of rushed it. Took his 3-step drop. Scrambled out to the right. Rushed it ever so slightly and threw it at his wide receiver's feet. He might have had something there. It's hard to tell from here, but sun's starting to shine down, and I definitely saw an incomplete pass there, so that's all that matters. So, 4th down. 4th down incompletion. Turns into the Tigers' ball here. They're going to have it on their own 16. They hand this one off to Milner. He gets about 5. That's a good physical run there. Looked like he had nothing, but he ends up fighting for a few yards. Zach Milner has definitely been one of those players who has impressed me today. Not only he made a couple of great tackles to save. He saved a pick 6, and then he saved a long touchdown by tackling Gauntlet. So Zach Milner having a good game offensively too. He's really stuck out to me as he takes his ball here for a first down and gets about 12 yards, maybe 13, 14. That was a great run there, great blocking there from the Tigers. If they could just keep doing that down this field here with 6 minutes to go.
First down for the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the Littleton 32.
It would definitely be ideal here that the Tigers take this clock down, use as much of it as possible, and force this ball into the end zone, but easier said than done for sure. They hand this one off to Milner again. They're just giving it to the horse, and he gains 3. So now it'll be about 2nd and 7.
Gain of about 3. It's up 2nd and 7.
Kind of running a hurry up here. High tempo offense here for the Tigers. Mansauer again. Looks like they just run the same play again. Nothing going. There are 2 flags, possibly a face mask. I don't know. I saw it come in on the tackle. Could be holding. We'll see. Yep. It is going to be a face mask on the defense.
5-yard face mask penalty.
Unlike, your pros in your college, that a face mask is going to be a 15-yard penalty, but in this league it's only 5. And they'll be about 2 yards short of a first down.
5:25 and counting in regulation.
This clock is certainly ticking. This game has flown by because both teams have run the ball. There hasn't been that many incomplete passes. And both teams have just pretty much given up the ball on every series. That's what it seems like. Zach Milner again on the carry. That's enough. That's about 3.5 yards, and on 3rd and 3 he gets 3. So he moves the chains.
Yeah, we're running with about 5 minutes left on that old clicky clock over there.
Let's go, D.
Now inside 5 minutes, ladies and gents. Still waiting for our first score of the game.
I don't know if it's ever coming, Benny boy. I don't.
Wow. Mansauer, great job to sit in the pocket there. Gets absolutely smoked, but was able to dump it off to Jamison Haggerty and pick up a good gain there at 9 yards. So really good play there by Mansauer to stick in the pocket and deliver a nice pass to Haggerty on the run. Hand this one off to Milner. He's got room left side. There he goes around the tackles. Gain of a couple, but it's enough for a first down, and the Tigers are all of a sudden start moving the chains a little bit here. I think they should stick. They've been running this hurry up. I think they should stick with it because it seems to be working. Like I was saying, keep hitting these quick hitters. Keep running the ball, and that's what they've been doing. It's working so far, and they are taking up a lot of clock, which is good.
I want to go home, I've been here for 2 days. 2 days straight.
Haven't we all, Damon? But I'm not here 2 hours earlier like you to set everything up. Again, big shout out to Damon Abbott's with all of his effort, and his father, Sean, as well.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Another good gainer there. Good run there from the Tigers. Seems like they got something going there. They get about 8 yards. It's a great run on first down. So 3:25 here to go.
Want to do some on-field interviews with some of the players?
In the pistol set. Hand this ball off to Zach Milner. Big hole. Looks like this Ayer defense is starting to get tired, and Coach Easter should really take advantage of that and get this team in hurry up. Keep pushing this ball down the throats of the Panthers is what I would keep doing. Yep. So the defense was getting tired, and they just took a timeout.
What timeout was it?
Timeout for Ayer Shirley with 3:14 left to go.
What are we thinking here, Ben? What do you think is going to happen?
Damon, that's a great question. I think, this drive for the Tigers is looking very promising so far, right? They've come all the way down the field, running the ball, not really doing anything special. I definitely think that was a good time out there by the Panthers. They definitely seem, I saw a lot of hands on hips out there, a lot of tiredness. So maybe that timeout will rejuvenate the defense. But nonetheless, to answer your question, I think Littleton's going to go down the field right here and put this ball in the end zone. At least that's what I hope anyway.
And touchdown?
Touchdown.
For a Tiger touchdown!
Yes, exactly.
All right, defense, here we go, D.
A big turning point of this game you have to think back of is about that 75-yard touchdown that happened earlier this quarter that had to be taken away due to a holding call. That might be the biggest play of the game so far, as the Tigers are now encroaching on Panthers end zone.
Coming to you, Abe. Coming to you.
Hand this one off to Milner. Great job there. Breaks a few tackles. Looks like he wasn't going to gain anything, and then ends up gaining a few. So, again, good job there by Zach Milner. How many times have I said that today? Looks like he's got nothing, but he ends up finding something. Again, really impressive game here from Zach Milner. They really, you can tell his jersey's all, dirtied up a bit. So, they've really been using him. You can tell on that white number 10 jersey, definitely beat up. And they just hand it to him again, looking for space. Might have gained 1, 2, or 3, not enough for a first down. Tigers are going to be facing a big third down here. 3rd and 5, maybe even a little less. 3rd and 3 maybe.
Clock's still running.
3rd and 2 it looks. And
Let's go, 50. Come on. Go get him. Go get him.
if I'm the Tigers here, I'm just running this ball here on 3rd down, and then I'm running it again on 4th. So give me 2 chances to get 1 yard here.
Where's the clock? Do you know where the clock is running to?
I think another 2
Tigers.
What?
2 minutes to play.
I don't know. I'm not sure the question.
I think you better go catch it.
Wow. Man sour, dancing around in the pocket. Okay, you see, I see the thinking there from Easter, right, to try to pass that ball. But in my opinion, it's 3rd and 2. You run it twice. Run it twice to get 2 yards, and that's how you lose the game, right? You don't try to pass that. I don't agree with that play call. I see what the thought was, but I'd like to see them run it twice. They really have no choice but to run the ball now. We'll see if they do just that. If they pass it, I would be shocked. Wow. And the hard count works for Littleton as they draw the Panthers offside. That was a big one and a big moment of this game. Well, it looked like the Tigers may get stopped there. They don't even have to snap the ball and they end up moving the chains. That is huge. Just about a minute to go here, a little over. The Tigers are really getting down to it. They're on the 13-yard line.
Is there going to be any points scored in the next minute and 12 seconds?
We will see. This Ayer Shirley crowd, a little quiet, maybe a little nervous. We'll see. A lot less chatter than there was, is all I have to say. And they back up 5 yards here with a false start. This game's just going back and forth with these penalties. It seems like no team is really coming out on top yet. Come on, Tigers. You got about a minute to put this ball in. You're right there. How many times have we been right there in this game? They got to do this. They got to take advantage right here. A score right here, you have to think wins this damn game with 40 seconds to go. And that's a good timeout right there. Make sure you get this play right. Every second counts.
All right. So do you think there's going to be any score scored?
Well, it's hard to tell. Do you think this one's going to end in a 0-0 tie? I mean, I feel like the chances are pretty low. I do think there will be points scored, although it's a fair question to ask with the way things have been going.
Yeah.
Followed by the boys' game at 5:30.
So I think they all go into overtime for like 3 times, I believe.
Yeah.
Until they call it tie.
Right.
So that would be very interesting to see
Right.
how that will be played.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to talk too soon, but just to get us
I want
all
to
on
talk
the
too
same
soon.
page. There's 40 seconds to go. If this game does go into overtime, each team will get it at their 10-yard line, and they have 4 chances to get it in the end zone. If they fail, then the other team gets a chance, and if the other team puts it in, then that's the game over. So again, it starts at the 10-yard line of the defense. So the offense has 4 plays to go 10 yards and get it in the end zone
Their season
during OT.
hosting Tohoto
Yeah, let's get this game going.
Boys
But
golf
again, we'll see if it gets to that point. 40 seconds to go.
in our first ever
Me and
boys
Damon
middle school cross-country
overlooking the
meet
field
here
here
at
and just looking for some excitement at all.
First and 15. The Tigers with 40 seconds to go.
Certainly have to be careful with the ball here. If that wasn't, it kind of goes without saying, but it needs to be said. Milner got room. Here he goes. 5 touchdown. He's in. He's in. That was big. Huge Tiger touchdown there from Zach Milner. Again, nothing special. They just kind of run it left there, and the defense was not ready for it. Great run. 14-yard touchdown run there from Zach Milner. Great blocking from this Tigers offensive line, and that was huge. To answer your question, Damon, yes, there will be points in the game, I believe. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Right, now they have to go for 2 here, and oh no, they are going to kick. Broncos going to try to kick an extra point here.
You think he's gonna get it?
We'll see. They don't really seem to have too much confidence in him because they haven't tried to kick any field goals so far.
Oh, and they get. I missed that.
Beautiful kick there by Bronco. He should have been kicking field goals all game when they were in the red zone. Had that one by about 10 yards, it looked like. Great kick there by Bronco. But yeah, going back to that touchdown run, again, like I said, they just kind of do like a little power left, run behind the left side of the line. I guess that's all it takes. Big hole there for Milner, and then of course doing his thing, he's going to break a couple tackles in the defensive backfield, and that's all she wrote. Great job there, and a huge touchdown there for the Tigers.
Unless if Al Shirley can really get their act together, I don't
Right.
think there's going to be
Right.
no overtime.
As Damon says, Ayer Shirley really needs to get their act together with their 30 seconds to go. They haven't been a big chunk offense by any means, but this game certainly is not over. There's 30 seconds left. Definitely looking good for the Tigers, though.
Very interested to see if they're going to run the clock or have like another timeout or something like that. I'm assuming Al Shirley, the Panthers, will probably call another timeout at some point.
Looks like they have 2 timeouts remaining, so that's a good point, Damon. I think that Ayer Shirley definitely will call some timeouts here to help them with the clock. I'd really like to see a touchback here from the Tigers. Bronco kick this one through the back of the end zone. They take no chances on a return here. They squib it though. Gets all the way back to the 3rd line. It's a good one. Still bouncing on the ground. Gallant gonna pick this one up at his own 20. Oh wow! Turns back around. They contain him now. Gets up to his own 25. Gallant trying to do anything. He doesn't do much besides burn a few seconds off the clock in the Tigers' favor.
5 and 22 seconds to play.
These Panthers uniforms are they're so dark. That dark maroon over the black it's definitely challenging to see the numbers, and it's kind of the opposite of Littleton, right, where you have this, the bright yellow with the white.
Is there another timeout called? I don't know.
Panthers offense taking the field now, getting up to the ball. Manchester, does he have a couple big plays in him? They need a couple big passes here if they want to have a chance. Manchester, 3-step drop, under pressure by Joey Taylor, has to get rid of it. Hits Gallant, who stays in bounds instead of running out. Looked like he had a clear path to get out of bounds there, which would have been big. It would have stopped the clock. Instead, he stays in bounds. Ayer Shirley has to take a timeout, and they only have 1 timeout remaining.
13 seconds left on the clock.
Lucky 13 left.
Woo. Started at 13.
Here we go, Panthers, here we go.
It's actually Saturday night. Well, it looks like Littleton's going to be winning this game.
Yeah, it certainly does seem like Littleton will be winning, and unless anything crazy happens in the next 13 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be anything too crazy that's going to really be happening.
Well, you know, I think you're right to think that. Nothing has really suggested that the Panthers can get this ball rolling right now. Nonetheless, with 13 seconds left.
Yeah, if they go really supersonic, maybe they can get some points. But
they need one big play. It would be a total gaffe by the Littleton defense to give up some
I'm assuming
points.
they're just going to keep running that clock once they start getting playing.
Well, it's a timeout, so the clock will stay at 13. Manchester, 3-step drop. Running right. Looking, fires. That play took about 9 seconds and didn't go anywhere. There's time enough for one more play here, ladies and gents. 4 seconds to go in this game.
Here we go.
4 seconds. Last play. Maybe it'll be a screen. Maybe it'll be a Hail Mary. I'm kind of shocked that the Tigers are not in prevent here, but Littleton might as well take its final timeout. Maybe that's why they weren't in prevent. Kind of wanted to see what they came out with and then call a timeout and adjust upon what they saw.
I think it was El Sholo's timeout.
No, it was Littleton.
I thought they said El Sholo. I don't know.
Ayer surely doesn't have any timeouts.
Wow, this is a crazy game. Lightning in the beginning of the game, and then we just got 0 points until the very last second of the game.
All right, if you missed it, folks, last night we were here, had this game get underway at about 7 p.m., but it was raining. It was raining, it was lightning, and they had to delay it. Had to until this morning at 9 a.m. So here we are finishing this game at about 11 a.m. the next day. And you have to think that had a lasting effect on the players and the coaches from both teams.
And the camera operator.
Right, having to start back up again. Okay, so Manchester just kind of lofts that one up there. Looks like Teddy Hunt was able to come up with the interception and seal this game. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast. Once again, the final score, your Littleton Tigers 7, Ayer Shirley Panthers 0. Next week, LCTV will be at Alumni Stadium for the home opener, where it will be a battle of the Tigers, as Littleton will take on the Tingsboro Tigers. I also want to thank our production tech, Damon Abbott, right beside me, doing a great job with the camera, and also his father for his guidance and support along throughout this whole thing. We will be back live on LCTV next week, and we hope to see everybody then. This was a great game. Tigers ended up on top. It was a stalemate. Like I said before, you have to think the score is a result of stopping the game last night, picking it back up tonight, the mental and the physical, effects of that. That has to be the reason why it was such a low-scoring game. But nonetheless, Tigers on top. Tigers are on top of Tiger Mountain, is all I have to say. So,
wow.
Good day, everyone. That was a good game.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. still can't believe they just got that 7 points in the last few
Right.
seconds of the game.
Great drive. That's what they were looking to do. They got the ball with about 6 minutes left, and then they just took it right down the throat of the Panthers and chewed about 5 minutes of that clock up and left the Panthers with 1 minute. And that was nowhere near enough time. Ayer Shirley able to get nothing going. Tigers come out on top. That's what it's all about. All right, everyone. Benjamin Storman signing off.
And I'm Damon Abbots. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody.